Welcome back to ReZero Anime Review, episode number 80. We're here discussing this book here, ReZero X Volume 6, The Battle Hymn of the Sword Devil. This book is a sequel to Volume 4. Yes. First time we had a sequel book, because each book has been standalone, focused very different characters. This basically is something else. So, this book is also the most lengthiest of these X books. This book is 248 pages. Yep, if you think of the other, 240 pages. Like, wow, that's a lot. It's a really thick book. There's a lot of action here. Yes, that's William on the cover with his beautiful wife, Teresa, who they do view she's pregnant. She doesn't do a lot of the whole book. She has in the silence because she's pregnant with his child. The fact is they bring back a lot of the characters from that fourth book. Roswell's here, except this is the Roswell who is a woman. Yes, Roswell J. Mathers. Yep, and she of course a close friend of Wilhelm's throughout the whole book. He has to fight also the Archbishop of not Sloth, I think it was Rat. Yeah, he fights one of the archbishops in here, which I thought was really cool. So yeah. Like, here's Roswell, which, believe it or not, this version of Roswell has actually appeared on the ReZero anime. I think, when did that appear? In Season 2, there was a flashback. We saw this Roswell appear for, like, one scene in the flashbacks related to Beatrice. And they're, like, side by side. A lot of the book until Roswell herself basically dies. We do hear the J stands for Julia, because, of course, her son took over the name of Roswell after she died, and apparently his real name is Carl, so it's Roswell K. Mathers. Like, is this the one we see in present day in the main series? Yes, this is the same guy. Of course, Wilhelm does tell him basically of how much basically like to him his mother was always Roswell, and when Carl hears this, he basically is very appreciative of the fact that Wilhelm held his mother in high regard. And also, because of the fact that Teresa is pregnant with her son, this book does reveal where the name of her son comes from, Heckel, which we see him in ReZero Season 3. So it was actually her father who picked out the name. Yes, it was apparently his dying wish, I think it was like his dying wish or something, that he would name, like, if it's a boy, name him Hickel. And she's like, I love it. Like, name comes from a very kind grandfather. And also the fact the character Carol, who was a supporting character in Volume 4, who's a friend. I think she's a friend of Teresa. I think she's a daughter. She's a sister of Teresa, or cousin. I'm not really sure. They do mention Teresa's uncle in this book. He does not make physical appearance. He's mentioned several times. You see, her uncle was the previous Sword Saint. She's the current one. And kind of in a way, Wilhelm, because he's madly in love with her, and in fact he married her and got her pregnant, basically had her kind of retire from being the Sword Saint. Her brothers in the book, I think like 2 of them died in a war, but this book overall was fantastic. Loved every bit of this book. Would it be in Volume 7? I have no idea. I had no idea this book even existed until I saw it recently on Amazon. Like, oh, we have a Volume 6. I knew about Volume 5. I did not know about this book, and this book was just so good. If White Fox ever adapt these books for a season, I would say, yes, please do it, because these books are so good. Would you say this is a bit of expansion from what we saw from flashback in Season 3 of the show? Yes, definitely. I would definitely say so. No problem. Yeah. Oh, the one thing they do keep from the show that's canon, Wilhelm never verbally told his wife that he loved her, but it's revealed when she came back as a corpse, though she was kind of alive-ish briefly while battling her awesome grandson Reinhard, where she knew all along that he loved her. Like, she knew from the moment they met that he loved her, and also the fact that when she was last seen the show at toward the end of the season after she was honorably defeated by her awesome grandson. She was happily surrounded by her husband, her son, and her grandson. And for those of you curious, like, where does Reinhardt and his father get the red hair from? The mom. Yes, it comes from Teresa. I found it interesting because Wilhelm's hair goes gray, and Wilhelm himself is, yeah, his skills, like, basically with his son is not very good, but by the end of season 3, he does really improve his relationship with his awesome grandson. I say he's awesome because Reinhardt's awesome in the show. Shows the fact that basically, not just because he's good genes, because he's that talented. But yes, he is referred to as a sword devil in the book. Teresa herself does, despite the fact she's a sword saint, she is referred to herself as the wife of the sword devil. Yeah, and this book is just so good. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Whether they would do a follow-up book, I don't know. Like I said, I was surprised they had 6 because I knew about the first 5. I knew about the first 5. I did not in this book. This book just recently came out. This book was just fairly recent. I thought 5 this book series was done. Like, this book came out here just this month. Yeah, like I said, surprised the fact that he even brought this up, released this. But overall, really good. I give the book a 10 out of 10. The Ballard's final verses. 10 years for the events of the main series. The Demi Wars ended in the Kingdom of Lugunia. But still one last twist in the story of the Sword Devil Sword Saint. Stride sets in a foul plane in motion to destroy Lugunia itself. William chases him throughout Kingdom War Ravaged lands. Facing struggles every return. So he discovers Teresa is pregnant with Heckel. Now taking the blade to protect not only his country, but also Zola and its unborn child. William Paris defeats Stride, who actually is revealed in the book to be the Archbishop Wrath, once and for all, and the greatest battle Lugunia has ever seen. That description is pretty accurate. What happens in this book? Yep. Yeah. So, check it out. If you're a fan of ReZero, check out these EX books. They're awesome. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, notifications. Next up we have is Frieren. Okay, next video. Bye.